And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, officially halfway through the month of May. Today is May the 15th. How are you? Starting out right now with a fair sky in 69. We're going to warm up a little bit later today to the 90-degree mark. Woo. We'll give you all the details of the forecast here in a few moments as we start this. We got some news headlines that are going to be taking place. We'll tell you all about this beginning at 7 o'clock, what happened locally. In a few moments, I'll tell you some of these national stories that are starting to shape up and, well, take place across America this morning as sunlight comes about. Virgil, how are you today? So good to see you there. Jerome Lee is up. Also to Corey joining us all the way from Louisville, Mississippi. So glad to see you, Roy, as well. A few others that are starting to shake a leg and get this day underway. I'm about ready for my third cup. I hope y'all are too. We'll get all this figured out together. Right now, let's head out to Collinsville as we do each and every day, weekday anyway. Get your day started right. Let's go out to the Baptist Church, see what they've got to say this morning.
Low in the grave he lay, Jesus my Savior, waiting the coming day, Jesus my Lord. You see, after Jesus was crucified to death on Friday, before the Sabbath began at dusk, they placed him in a tomb that had been hewn in a rock hillside and rolled a huge stone over the entrance to secure it. The authorities also sealed the tomb and set guards in front of it. Nobody was coming in or going out. And on Saturday, there was silence. Yet something marvelous, something miraculous happened on Sunday morning before dawn. We read in Matthew 28, as some of the lady disciples approached the tomb, there was an earthquake. As an angel of the Lord descended from heaven and came and rolled back the stone and sat on it, the angel's appearance was like lightning and his clothing white as snow. And for fear of him, the guards trembled and became like dead men. They just passed out. And the angel said to the women, "Do not be afraid. He's not here, for he's risen as he said. Come, see the place where he lay. Then go quickly and tell his disciples that he's risen from the dead. And behold, he's going before you to Galilee. There you'll see him. See, I've told you." So they departed quickly from the tomb with fear and great joy, and they ran to tell his disciples. And behold, Jesus met them and said, "Greetings." And they came up and took hold of his feet and they worshiped him. Then Jesus said to them, "Don't be afraid. Go and tell my brothers to go to Galilee, and there they will see me." Beloved, Jesus, who had been dead 3 days, low in the grave he lay, he was alive. He was resurrected, and that changes everything. Because of his resurrection, you can be forgiven. You can be saved. You can be made righteous. You can have hope of everlasting life with God in heaven. The resurrection changes everything. But first, it should change you. Believe on this resurrected Jesus. Change begins in you.
The Change Begins in You is brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville, Patrick Allen Companies, Mitchell Tire and Wrecker in Collinsville, and Mowdy Cabinetry. Church doors will be opening up on Wednesday night. I hope you'll be there. Another church service on Sunday. Always welcome to attend the fine folks there in Collinsville. Well, as we look around, as I said, today is going to be nice. We're going to get to about 93. It's going to be warm this first part of the week, Monday and Tuesday, and then kind of tapering off to a mid-80 level toward the end of the week. We do have rain chances. All of that's coming up, but plan that for today. Right now, we expect it to be 93 today. Whew. Rain chances this afternoon. As we look around at headlines today, I often am reminded with what's popular sometimes is not always the right thing, is it? As we all get ready for the 2024 presidential election, there's a lot of Republicans that you've seen stand up and say, wait a minute, abortion is not right. I don't agree with it, and I won't vote for it. We see our first break in the lines. I'm not shocked by this by any means. As we start looking at Nikki Haley. Anybody remember Nikki? Nikki is the first to say that she's backing away from it, of a national ban on abortion after 12 weeks. because she knows it's not popular. Keep that in mind when you go cast your vote. Which side of the fence are you on? For or against? She is now showing what she really believes. The popular thing, in my opinion. Now, you may not agree with me, but I believe in that pretty hard. Nikki Haley. Write that down if you want to keep track of what happens in between now and then. As we've watched this case, and I really don't remember what year it happened now. It's been going on and on and on. One of our very own, Natalie Holloway, if we'll remember all of this. We got word last week that possibly the suspect would be brought back to the United States, and that's probably still going to happen. But it may take longer than we expected, as he'll most likely file a petition, and it will most likely take months for that to clear before he's extradited back to the United States to face the music. That's what's happening in that case. But we do expect it to come true in the end. It'll take just a little bit longer than we expected. Repacker, good morning. Ann Hall is up. Glad you agree with me there. Let's see here. Virgil said amen. No matter how we try to, and most of the news media, there are a few that put the truth out there, that everything I've read over the last couple of days is they're downplaying what's going on in Texas as Title 42 has expired. They're going, oh, we don't have near the numbers of people. That's all I've read and seen. When in reality, you get there and people that actually cover the news will show you that these places, these holding areas, are bursting at seams, holding 6 times the amount of people that it was designed to do. That's just the people that are going through the checkpoints. You imagine those who are going around. What becomes of all this? And we'll talk a little bit more about this because some comedians have brought it up as we look at L.A. There is, as America keeps on, and you may agree or disagree with me, there's good forms of drugs that are used to treat people. Even marijuana can be treated in the right circumstances for people with ailments, and I have no problem with that. As we go to L.A., as drugs has overtaken it. It truly has. If you've seen true pictures of what's going on there, it looks like a third world country. There's a new drug, and I don't know much about drugs, so I'm speaking on subjects that I don't know a whole lot about. I truly don't. I don't do them, I don't care for them, and I don't do a lot of studying on it. But this is called Tranq, T-R-A-N-Q. Maybe I pronounced that correctly. It's flesh-eating. They're walking around like the Walking Dead in L.A. Stumbling. I'd show you the video, but it's disgusting. It's just over and over in our large cities, and this is one of the most, is the term progressive, is that what I'm looking for?
Yeah.
As we look at L.A. I mean, it looks like a third world country. People are laid on the sidewalks in front of businesses. You have to step over them to go dine. We won't even tell you what they're doing on the sidewalks before you walk in to eat. Where does that stop? I'm not real sure. But it's getting worse. Worse and worse and worse. A Brooklyn mother of 2, this is so horrifying, was found stabbed to death in her own bed by her twin daughters over the weekend, right before Mother's Day. An innocent mother was shot by a stray bullet this weekend also. We see this as... we look at this. This was in Pleasant Grove, Texas. Driving down the street, gunfire erupted. Several people were shot. She was taking her daughter to prom is where she was headed. 39 and gone. How sad that is. That's just a few of the headlines. I don't mean to depress everybody, but I sometimes want to bring out things that others don't, just so you're kind of on top of things. We'll be back with the forecast. We're going to try to make you smile now, lift spirits up, and move forward. That was some of the subjects that were tough that are out there this morning. We'll be right back as we continue your morning. The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as your built-in.
are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slide bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group.
Hello, my name's Kenneth Graham, and I'm running for coroner of Lauderdale County. For over 50 years, Lauderdale County's been represented by professional and competent coroners. I would like to continue that tradition. Over the next several months, I want to educate the public on what the coroner does and dispel any myths about the coroner job. I can show you that I will be the most professional coroner there is. So please vote for me August the 8th.
Paid for by the Committee for the Election of Kenneth Graham. And welcome back. Hope your morning is going well as we get this underway. Oh, so much happening today. Brings a smile to our face. It's going to be a pretty good looking day. Again, we've got those chances of afternoon showers and thunderstorms as we go that. Let's take a quick look at radar this morning of what's out there. Out to our east and our west, we've got a lot of fog, but none in the state of Mississippi right now as we pull this up this morning. This is a brief overlook of what we've got out there. Beaumont, Texas, a lot of it. Shreveport, Louisiana, Chattanooga, Knoxville area, even Asheville, North Carolina has got a lot of fog. Oklahoma City, as you'll see off to our northwest from Meridian, has got a lot of rain in the area. Light stuff there. All right, that's a quick look at radar. Let's head over and get into the weather forecast now.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Our record highs, our record lows back in 18. We had a hot day, 96, and we're going to be close to that with a high of 93 today. Now, our cold spell, as you see, that was many moons ago. 1917, it was 43 degrees on this date. As we move forward and take a look at the forecast today, 92 here in Meridian. It's going to stay that even northward as we go through Philadelphia, Scuba, DeKalb, on up through Louisville, all the way to Columbus Air Force Base, 92, a hot summer day. Down to the south, we'll get to 93 there in Hattiesburg. As we look to Bama, it's a carbon copy of here, Demopolis, Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, all 92 degrees today. Whew, it's a scorcher, isn't it? As we look at this now, they're saying this is a little bit below. Have mercy if it was warmer than this. I don't know what we'd do. As we look at our 7-day forecast, here's how it falls. After 3 o'clock this afternoon, we do have a chance of rain, 30% chance. And we know how that worked out on, what was it, Saturday afternoon, that 20% chance, how it hailed in portions of Meridian. Wow. 93 today. As we look to tomorrow, rain is in the forecast for sure. 60% chance with a high of 90. By the time Wednesday rolls in, temperatures will drop to 82, but still a 50% chance of showers. And then pretty much for the remainder of the week, it's going to steady out in the mid-80s, 84-ish, maybe 85 is what we'll get there, but slight chances of rain each day, 20 to 30%. Nothing major, but you may get wet after all. As we look at that forecast all the way through the 29th, we've got back to the upper 80s there as we get past Thursday and Friday. It'll hover there between 89 and 90 all the way toward the end of the month, toward the 29th. Can y'all believe that? We're going to be at the end of the month already? Boy. As we look at our fishing forecast from Chet's Paint and Body today, we see that the first major time is going to be this morning, somewhere right around, say, 10 o'clock to lunchtime. 10 till noon if you're going to be out wanting to go fishing. It'll be late before you get another chance. After dark, 10 p.m. is when it will get good. Today's wind's going to be light, northwest wind, north 5 to 10 in the afternoon. So a perfect day to fish. I'd suggest that 10 o'clock time. Work a little bit better. You can see what you're doing there. That's a quick look at our forecast. Odie is already in this morning as we get ready for everything that is coming. We're kicking things off in roughly 10 minutes from now. We'll go live at 7. We want you to join us. Be a part of this. Comment and let us know what you're thinking this morning. We got a lot to go over of things that's going on over the weekend. Looks like Ellie's going to join us again this morning. She has showed up. And well, below me there is Sophie. She just doesn't like to jump on camera. We'll be right back. Thank y'all for joining me. We'll see you soon as we start your day. Right here at the Scotty Ray Report. We'll see you soon.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: